Hello, everyone, and welcome to an almost live episode of My Favorite Conservative. I am Edward.
And I am Andrea, but I am not conservative.
Yeah.
No, but he is my favorite
Oh,
conservative.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So we have a special episode for you. We're actually out of town at the moment, so this is pre-recorded, and we thought we would address some of our fans.
Well,
Fans?
first off, where are we?
Oh, so we are at Boston.
We're in Boston right now.
We are in Boston.
Yes.
So, so we have a pre-recorded episode just for you, and I highly recommend if you're listening, go and watch it on video on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever they call it now, because you're going to want to see these comments from our fans. So most of these come from Instagram. And so I will show you the first one, and we're going to call everybody out. And this is from our episode, I think it was episode 4, when we talked a lot about where the money was coming from that the U.S. was sending overseas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. All right, here we go. So first of all, we have Flew a Weeb. All one word, all lowercase.
Okay.
And Flew a Weeb says, dead channel. Flew a Weeb, you're right. We were a dead channel. We're past tense. We're a dead channel because we did take a break. So we did a little experiment last fall in 2022. We put out 9 episodes and we were just sort of testing the market. But we are back and determined to give you an episode every single week. Most of the time it will be live. Sometimes it's not.
So what you're telling me is
yes,
we're undead now.
That's right. Ooh, we're zombies.
We're the new zombie channel. No, we came back because we had such great response. A lot of people really clamoring for more. So unfortunately, here we are.
Yeah, fortunately, here we are. So,
Yes.
Flu, we thank you for the comment. We really do appreciate all the comments because that tells us you're engaged, whether you love us or hate us. Yep. All right, moving on. This is from, first of all, love the screen name, Experienced Idiot 13. I'm not sure why you would call yourself an idiot, but I kind of love it. So he says, he or she, I want to help Americans first. We can't help Americans. That's socialism. Now he's quoting me on I want to help Americans first because that's what I believe. But could you explain, Edward, to Experienced Idiot 13, why helping Americans first is not socialism?
Well, trying to explain to an idiot, no, you can't. But to an experienced idiot,
yes,
yeah, I'm hoping that we can. So, because we're the United States and we take care of our own first.
That doesn't mean socialism.
First and foremost, if we want to help other countries, that's fine. However, it should be done legally, which it is never done unless we have a treaty with these countries. We should not be giving them money.
But explain to Experienced Idiot 13 why helping Americans first is not socialism, because I think they actually agree with us, but they're arguing that what we're saying is socialism. It's not socialism.
No, because we live in a capitalistic society. We don't live in a socialist system.
Yeah, so I think I'll give an example. So closing the border is helping Americans first, but that's not giving away money to Americans, like, just randomly. Does that make sense? Yeah. So we're talking about just putting America first before we save the world.
Amen.
Okay.
I'm with you on that one.
All right. Thank you, Experienced Idiot 13. Again, love the screen name, and we're tagging all of y'all when this episode goes out. Here we go. Next, we got big _dad _NRG. What do you think NRG stands for?
Energy, like EN.
Oh,
Big Dad Energy.
Big Dad Energy.
Big
I kind of like it.
I'm digging it.
I like it. All right. So Big Dad Energy says there are countless programs that take care of our own, and the fascist right wants to defund them or eradicate them. Diplomacy is a necessary part of running the most powerful nation in the free world. Stop your nonsense. We never said we weren't for diplomacy,
right?
But that doesn't mean that we don't put America first.
Yeah, that goes back to my previous answer, where if we're going to help other countries, we need to have a treaty with these countries. And to have a treaty, treaties have to go through the Senate and they have to be ratified there. And our politicians are I'm trying not to cuss here.
Oh, no, we can cut. Okay, I
You're the
cuss
potty
all.
mouth.
I'm
Yes.
a potty mouth. It's
Yeah,
okay. Go.
but
What were we gonna say?
they're just weasels, and they don't want to vote on things, so they try to do different funding methods and whatnot, which aren't constitutional. So I am fine if we decide that we want to help other countries and other people around the world. Fine, but you have to have a treaty with that country.
And we can do it with diplomacy. We're not arguing that at all. I mean, we're not warmongers by any means. But again, big_dad_energy.
Yeah.
Big Dad Energy, thank you so much for your comment. All right, moving on. We got so many comments on this one episode.
Yeah.
Thank you, Instagram Reels. So this one, oh goodness, sorry. I really butchered your name and it's not that hard. Jason Walsh 71. If that's the year you were born, Jason, you are a Gen Xer just like me. Ooh, he got really upset with us. You don't give a damn about your own. And also the tiniest bit of research would inform you that your government did not give $6 billion to Iran. So I want to point out a couple things here. Jason Walsh said your government, so I'm going to make an assumption that you're not American. And he also added the Iranian flag at the end. Again, if you're watching this on video, you can see that. So would you help Jason with the $6 billion
I would be
issue?
happy to help Jason.
All right, here you go, Jason.
Billion. Okay. The State Department tried to raise this straw man argument when they came out a little bit ago and said no taxpayer funded money was used. It was used for the $6 billion giving it. So let's start at the beginning. We paid Iran $6 billion to get back. We gave Iran $6 billion to get back 5 hostages. What are we paying? $1.2 billion per hostage, right? That money was frozen assets that we controlled. We had control over it in a South Korean bank, which then went to Qatar, and then I'm sure is going to be dispersed out. But they're trying to say that it can only be used for humanitarian purposes, of which we have no control over how the money is spent. Right. The money did not come from the taxpayers. Nobody ever said it did. Okay, that's just an argument they're trying to win without it being an argument. The money we controlled went to Iran.
It was American dollars. I think that's what we said in the episode. It was American dollars.
Yeah, so. It was Iranian dollars that we had frozen because of the terrorism that they fund in Iran.
Okay, so yes. perhaps I misstated in the episode 4. It's perhaps. Okay.
Well, he's trying to split hairs here, and it's not. We allowed Iran to get $6 billion. That's for 5 hostages. Yes.
Yes, and you can't negotiate with terrorists.
No, because what happens? Oh, wait, more hostages.
That's right. Yeah.
See, Israel.
Right. So Jason Walsh 71, thank you so much for your comment. Following up with a very similar comment, TC_Tuggers. I know you're a man.
Don't want to go there.
I don't even want to know what that means. But he says it was a frozen asset. I'd love to know how releasing said frozen asset means taxpayer funded. So I think in episode 4, that is what we said about it being taxpayer funded.
I think he just watched this small reel.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't see that I expanded on the answer. It is taxpayer money, but it is money that we controlled that Iran would not have now if we didn't pay ransom.
There you go. So clarification. And I do remember that particular reel where we got so many comments. I was the one that called it money laundering. Okay, that was on me. And it was a little bit of a joke, but apparently it didn't go over too well. So TC_Tuggers, we thank you for your comments. All right. And this next one is such a long comment that it's a 2-parter. So I'm going to show both parts. Okay. And this goes out to Seattle Jorge. You dimwits, we didn't give Iran any money. The money consisted of Iranian oil revenue frozen since 2019, which Trump, in all caps, imposed a ban on Iranian oil exports and sanctions on its banking sector. That's Seattle Jorge part 1. Let's go to part 2. He says, it was not, as some have suggested, some, yes. Not meaning us, but U.S. taxpayer money. There is no money laundering either. You people are clueless. And he has head smack emoji, which I really love. Thank you, Seattle Jorge. I was joking a little bit about it being money laundering, guys. I really was. So
right. But again, he is falling for the administration's straw man argument. Nobody has said it's taxpayer funded money except for the administration denying it was taxpayer funded money. So they put forth that argument that nobody was claiming was an argument. We're claiming that you paid $6 billion. You gave $6 billion to Iran for 5 hostages. Whether it was taxpayer money or not, it doesn't really matter, but it was not. Nobody said it was. Only the administration tried to pretend that that's what people were upset about. That's not what people were upset about. They're upset about paying ransom.
Exactly. And also knowing what we know now, it's very plausible. I don't think we can prove it that Iran used that money to help fund Hamas.
Of course.
Yeah. So, and look what's happened in the last couple of weeks since we got all these comments. All right. Seattle Jorge, though, I really, again, thank you. Love the head smack emoji. One of my favorites. Love that you wrote a full paragraph. Keep watching. I'm sure we'll piss you off even more in the future. Next, we have DACC.unlimited. DACC.unlimited. Sounds like a company. It's very odd.
Okay.
Similar comment. They released $6 million of Iran frozen money to release hostages. Yes. And none of the money has been spent, and it has U.S. oversight. If you want to be lied to by these goofs, go for it. Okay, so we've acknowledged that it was an Iranian frozen money asset. We've acknowledged that it went to release hostages. But to say that it actually has U.S. oversight, I don't believe that's true.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not even close. There is zero way that we can say where this money goes. And the way that game is played, if you try to play the game, is, let's say Iran has a fund titled, humanitarian fund. Well, what they'll do is they'll drain all the money out of that, give it to terrorist groups, and then they'll take this money and put it in that fund and say, look, we're putting it in the fund for humanitarian efforts, after they've already taken the money out of a fund that was already labeled that. So, too cute by half. We cannot tell. In fact, Iran came out. Their spokesperson came out and said, you cannot tell us what to do with the money. It's our money, in their own words. So yeah, nice try.
Yeah. So again, DAC.unlimited, appreciate your comment. And I don't know, goofs. I'm not insulted by goofs. You can call us goofs. It doesn't offend me at all.
I'm called way worse.
Way worse. Oh yeah. Appreciate your comment,
kind
but
of a compliment.
Yeah, it sort of is. Yeah, because deep in my heart, I'm goofy, and people don't believe me.
I believe you.
Yeah. Okay. That's because you know me.
That's true.
All right. DAC Unlimited again. Thank you, but we feel that it's naive to think that the U.S. actually has oversight of that money once it's gone. Like once we've given it away, there's no way that we can track what they do with the money. And you heard Edward's great quote there. So, all right. One of my favorite screen names of all time, and if this is really your name, just I bow to you, Baron von Kurtz.
Baron von Kurtz.
Baron von Kurtz. Yeah, he's better with accents. Go ahead, Baron. Give me the German.
Baron von Kurtz.
Yes. He says, and this was a little harsh, Baron, a little harsh. Your opinions are toxic and inhumane. You are what is wrong with America. I'm going to invite Baron to expand on that.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand why our opinions are toxic or inhumane, especially if you watch the entire episode or listen to the entire episode. And I don't think we're what's wrong with America.
I guess it depends on what your view of America is.
Well, but you and I have different views. Yeah. And what is that? Why is that wrong? Do we all have to have the same view in America?
I thought that's what we were, like a melting pot.
Yeah.
Of diversity.
Yes, but
diversity of opinions too. Is that possible?
Yeah. So yeah, Baron, we're just going to push back and say, one, we would love for you to expand on it. Tell us more. I'm going to tag you. And two, yeah, we believe in diversity of thought. I mean, you wouldn't believe how much we disagree with each other on things. We just happen to agree enough, I guess.
Yeah. And it never bothers me that she's wrong. So.
And it never bothers me that he thinks that I'm wrong. It doesn't at all. All right. So our last one, and this is actually my favorite comment on this from this particular reel, just because it's super cute. J.R. Hyan 2 apologies if I'm mispronouncing that last part, but Jay, so cute, this comment. Anyone get the feeling that these two can't stand each other? Laughy, cry face, laughy, cry face, laughy, cry face. We got 3 of those. Laughing so hard you're crying. I love that comment.
I'm upset that he saw through the facade. Yeah, we're all just so nice, and we can't stand each other. It's
Jay, we were just disagreeing at lunch, by the way, on something personal, not professional, but we were just disagreeing. We've been together 8 years.
Amen.
Yep. Yes, we met later in life. We've both been married before, and those marriages didn't work out. And I can't speak for him, but I feel very fortunate that we met.
I love that you're not speaking for me, and I feel the same way.
Aw, really? Aw. So, Jay, our Harian too. We hope you keep watching. Again, I just loved your comment. You just cracked me up. You're gonna get a follow back, dude. I don't
think you can pull up that last one. Betty 420.
Betty 420. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me hold on before. Let's say goodbye, Jay. Thank you. We hope you keep watching. All right. I know I can't see the next one. Okay.
Betty 420 says,
what did she say?
Is Edward a good kisser?
Oh.
Okay, first off, Betty 420, which we all know means you're smoking the dope. Okay. You're smoking marijuana.
Wait, why does that mean that?
420 is the international.
See, I never make that connection smoking. Because I don't do dope.
Lay off the ganja a little bit there, Betty. But
it scares me that you know the lingo.
Oh yeah, you know me.
It really scares me. Okay, so should I answer Betty's question?
I guess it was to you, so yes, go ahead.
I think it was to me. Sorry, Betty, that we didn't capture that comment. I think it came in through another channel other than Instagram. So Betty, is he a good kisser? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
He's good at a lot of things.
Right.
Yes.
This is an R-rated show.
It is explicit.
We're not going into X.
No, we're not going into X, but I mean, he's good at a lot of things. So
this is not Twitter. Or no, wait, X. See, that's why.
Oh, okay. All right. Betty 420, thank you so much for your question. We welcome those. And we do have, we're going to wrap this up, this pre-recorded episode with This Week in Woke. And just know that by the time this episode comes out while we're in Boston, this was from about 2 weeks ago from our friends at Red State and Libs of TikTok. We can't make this up. Edward, tell us about This Week in Woke.
I'm going to increase my IQ by 20 points by putting on my glasses.
Okay, you can't use that joke every time.
Dang.
All right, go ahead.
Titled Modern Sexual Identity Advances to Trigender.
Oh, boy.
A new online video features a young adult declaring his, her, their new gender. The subject of the clip is, in fact, a woman.
Okay.
She is, as well, a man, and he is, to be clear, not a woman or a man. The person introduces the new state of trigender.
Oh, boy.
The quote from this person. So a couple of people might have been surprised by my transgender pin that I put on this morning. I figured it's about time that I came out and talked about my gender identity. I am trigender, which means, like a triangle, I have 3 genders, male, female, and non-binary.
I can't stop rolling my eyes. I'm sorry. Continue.
So this individual knows what it's like to be a woman. Furthermore, she's discovered what it feels like to be a man.
Okay.
Moreover, she's detected the precise feeling of being neither of those in any way. Additionally, she's developed the ability to be all of those simultaneously. All right, here's the kicker.
I'm waiting.
She's
I'm trying not to laugh.
She's a woman.
Is she a biological woman?
Yes.
Okay.
She's a woman who's also a man.
Okay.
A man who's also a woman.
Okay.
A nothing who is also a man. A nothing who's also a woman. That's non-binary.
Oh, okay.
And not at all a man or a woman who is also a man and a woman.
Oh my God. I swear, sometimes don't you feel like the shit is made up?
I will say the final word on this. There is no transgender, only transmental.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Oh my God.
Wow. Folks, this is a mental disorder. It's serious. Using affirming care by telling them that their mental disorder is perfectly normal is malpractice. We need to stop this madness. These people will not function in society. They can't, and they're passing it on to our kids. And they're trying to groom our kids, and that's a whole nother
That's
episode
another
there.
episode.
But,
It is, yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, that's where we are.
Wow.
So,
okay.
You're now a triangle, and you know what it feels like to be a man, and you know what it feels like to be a woman, and you know what it feels like to be neither one of those.
Oh,
so take that to the bank.
Wow. So we will put a link to that particular video in the show notes. I don't even know where to go from here except to say thank you for joining us today for this pre-recorded episode of My Favorite Conservative. Please follow us on all social media platforms and join us live most Sundays. We are live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, now X, Facebook, and soon we'll be live on Rumble as well. If you're listening to the podcast, which always drops on Monday, be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast, available wherever you're listening to podcasts right now. And soon you'll be able to support our show by joining our locals community. You can learn more, as always, and follow us on myfavoriteconservative.show. That's myfavoriteconservative.show. And keep those comments coming, and we'll feature you on another episode.
Amen.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.